What's going on, everyone? So I got another listing I'm putting up, and normally I wouldn't make a detailed listing video on a pretty much factory console, but there are some things going on here, so I want to talk about it. This listing is for this Glacier White PlayStation 4 to 500 gigabyte. Comes with this was the controller that came with it, however, I changed it a little bit. Power cable, HDMI, got the USB to charge the controllers, and then a couple games here that come with it. I believe I got this one used with this system just to have something to test it out with, because I don't really have any other PS4 games. This one is brand new. I bought it brand new. I have played it a little bit, but so these are in excellent condition. So all I really did here was some basic fan mods. So we've got a 120 millimeter, I believe it's a Casa fan, I'm not sure exactly. It's just one I had in my bin, but it's got white LEDs all the way around the inside, and then we've got these, completely forgot where they're from. There's a logo there in the middle. So we've got a filter over top of that. The idea here was just to kind of improve the airflow a little bit. I know the PS4s tend to eventually get to that point where the fans get really loud and they start overheating and whatnot, but this system, honestly, on its own was already really clean. I had planned to use it as a test for water cooling. However, I just don't want to cut this one up that much, so it was already really clean on the inside. It's completely silent. Never had issues with it. I still took it apart and redid the thermal paste and cleaned whatever dust was in there out of the inside. We cut this section out of the top to put our fan here, and that's wired directly into the factory fan. And then on the bottom, I kind of did the same thing above the factory fan, which, well, it's technically below. As you know, on the PS4, our motherboard is here in the middle, so your heat sink and everything is actually underneath, instead of the board being on the bottom with everything on top, like on most Xboxes. So we've just got an extra intake there for that factory fan, plus we added, again, this filter here. So that's another thing with PlayStations I've noticed. They are by far, on average, way more dusty on the inside than Xboxes. So that's the idea here, is to give this a different area to pull fresh air from underneath the console, as well as have a filter there so you can just kind of vacuum the filters off, and hopefully that'll dramatically decrease how much dust gets built up on the inside. And then this one's blowing air on the underside of the motherboard, right where that heatsink is. It's also helping feed some air to the factory fan as well. Now, in order for this to work, this system can't really sit flush on a surface because of that filter on the bottom. So I got these 3D printed risers here. They are great, they match the system, they look nice, and they hold the system up. My only issue was that they weren't really a tight fit, so if you go to slide the system over, one of them might fall off, and then your console, it's not going to fall very far, but it'll just tip over, or if you go to pick the system up and all of them fall off. I wasn't a fan of that, so I wanted to come up with something to secure them on there, but I still wanted to be able to remove them. One, just for like shipping, moving it around, and two, if I have these mounted securely in place where you can't take them off, and they're, let's say, as far back as they can be, and you want to put it on a shelf, for example, if I wanted to put it on one of these shelves, that would be too wide, it wouldn't really sit there. So I also wanted the ability to adjust them. So I had the idea to put some Velcro strips here, and I put what I think is the cleaner, nicer looking side of the Velcro strip on the system itself. And we left a lot of room here for adjustability, so you can slide these feet wherever you need to go. Let's go ahead and turn this on real quick. So you can see the fan glowing there. Looks really good through the filter. And then, like I said, everything else is factory on this. There's probably some saved stuff on there from me just playing these games, kind of testing the system out. But Like I said, this system didn't have that issue before anyway, with the fan needing to kick up from it getting too hot or anything like that, but still a clean looking mod. I think it matches with the white and black. And so this controller here, like I said, it came with the clear top shell. However, it still had all of the gray regular buttons, so I also got a clear button kit. And then the bottom side here, this is actually a colorware pre-painted shell in this nice chameleon purple blue color there. And then it's still got the white thumbsticks. And then this was just really a bonus. Apparently this is actually just like an Amazon one, so I don't think the touchpad actually works. There's only one rocker motor, so it's not really even a DualShock. But yeah, it still comes with that. And I had these extra buttons as well that I was going to use on this one, but it is a slightly different model, so they didn't fit. So I put it on this extra controller, and we're going to include that anyway. It still works as another controller. And then you've got your charger for the controllers, of course a power cable, there will be an HDMI cable, and then like I said, these two games here. So that's just about it. If you have any other questions, go ahead and leave a comment and ask. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.